To go out from the track through the pit exit, do not cross the demarcation line. The demarcation line will be the white solid line, okay? Not the dotted line. Only the white solid line will be your demarcation line. So please do not cross the demarcation line. The code of conduct, we also refer to MAM and CR, and also the International Sporting Code of FIA. If there's nothing mentioned in MCS rules, so be aware. Respect the track limits. So basically, track limits, like for example at turn 8, if your wheel's still on the white line, you're still considered on track. If you way out of the line, all the 4 wheels out of the line, we consider you as a track limit, okay, off track limit. If you want to overtake, please make sure do it in a safe manner, and it's your the fast car, the fast driver, your responsibility to overtake safely. Recovery points for all who's new to the track. The safety, the recovery points. If your car you have any problem, please find the orange opener. So that will give you your recovery points, and the recovery marshal will assist you from there. The flags. So based on this driver's briefing notes, please, you have to know when we wave you the red flag during the qualifying and during the what we call the practice, you need to come back to the pits. But if during the race tomorrow, if we give you a red flag, you will go to the grid. Okay, in second manner, you just go to the grid box, and then the marshal will take over from there if we need to continue or whatever the decision after during that period. So for others, if you see the yellow flag, please no overtaking until you cross the green flag zone. Okay. Debris flag, oil flag. So meaning there's a debris or oil on the track, so just be careful. And if you're gonna have a white flag meaning there's a slow car ahead of you. If you see a white flag, the marshal with a white flag, that means a slow car in front of you. So just be careful. And if you give you the blue flags, it's about the driver to overtake you. Okay, fast car is about to overtake you. You just stick to your own line. Okay, do not move left or right. It's the responsible of the fast car, the fast driver, to overtake you. Okay, do not change your line. For black flag means you are disqualified, excluded from the session. The mechanical flag, if we show you at the starter's podium, meaning you have 3 laps to come back to the pits. Okay, you only can cross 3 times maximum, and you have to come back to the pits. If we show you all around the track the mechanical flag with your car number, you have to stop at the safe place, like on the grass or maybe at the run-off, because we are afraid if there's oil leak from the car, which will endanger other drivers. So you have to stop on the run-off or on the grass, which is safe for you to do so. Okay? And then we're going to have another unspotting flag, black and white. We also will show you at the starter's podium, meaning we are monitoring your driving conduct. For example, if you do off-track limit 3 times, during the race, we will give you the black and white flag. No need for you to come in, but that means we are observing you, we are monitoring you, and then the next penalty will be as what is written in the rules. All these flags, black, mechanical flag, and on-sporting flag, will be shown together with your competition number. Okay, this is starters podium. This is where we're going to give you information of the penalty of the flags with your numbers, right? This is the first level. This is where we're going to show you. Okay, pit lane speed limit is always 60 km. During the race or during practice and qualifying, all the time is only 60 km. Pit lane working lane after the yellow line, this area. Do not cross inside here. Either you go straight into the pits during the race, or you can stop outside, okay, away from this yellow line, beyond the yellow line. Okay, starting procedure. Because we have like 49 or 50 cars, what we gonna do now, instead of 15 minutes starting procedure, which is 5 minutes pit exit open, 10 minutes at the grid, I want to go for 20 minutes. That means it will be 5 minutes pit exit open, 15 minutes at the grid. You guys agree or no? Any objection? So meaning, if for tomorrow, when pit exit is supposed to start at 10:30, but we're gonna open it at 10:25 and close at 10:30, and then we will follow the 15 minutes at the grid. Any objection on that? Stewart, okay? Alright. So for tomorrow, race 1 and race 2, the pit exit will be open 5 minutes. And all cars will be at the grid for the sighting lap. You go for the sighting lap and you stop at the grid, on the grid side by side. Okay? Based on this briefing notes, your pole position will be on the right. So that means car number 1, car number 2 will be on the grid box but next to it, not according to the grid box number 2. Okay? So for example, if car, the stop over here, then the next car will be over here. It's not to this staggered manner, just nice. Okay? After the pit minute, after the PSC close, so there will be no board shown at the grid. Okay? For example, we open at 10:25 tomorrow, and at 10:30, pit exit will be closed. No board will be shown at the grid. Until at 10:35, at 10:35, only 10 minutes board will be shown. Okay? Only at 10:35, the 10 minutes board will be shown. And we will follow as the normal procedure with 5 minutes board up. The guests need to leave the grid. At 3 minutes board, the crew needs to leave the grid. Only one crew with the driver inside the car, with the active driver, and one crew to assist in case of anything at 3 minute board. At 1 minute board, the crew needs to leave the grid. And after 50 sector board shown, then we will give you the green flag. The green flag means start of the time, the 1 hour. Okay, you race after the green lights, but the 1 hour clock starts countdown 1 hour from the green flag, rolling flag. Okay, please understand the rules. Please aware of the rules. Yes, you race with the green lights, but your countdown of 1 hour starts from the rolling lap. As you roll, okay, this time because we have like 50 cars, we're going to split into two. Pace car number 1 will lead GP, SP1 and MTC. And pace car number 2 will lead the SP2 classes. Alright? We're going to have two pace cars. Pace car number 1, which will be a Supra, will lead TP, SP1, MTC. And pace car number 2, which is Mercedes, will lead the SP2. Right? So after we, at turn 14, during the rolling lap, a marshal will show you 2x2 box. With the 2x2 box, that's where you have to be back in your formation, 2x2 at turn 14. We hope, but we want actually, but at the back straight, you'll be in formation 2x2. And if you're already in the position of 2x2, please, you have to keep tight with the formation. You don't want to be like this. For example, this car should be pairing with this car, but he's way behind. We're not going to accept this. Due to this, we have to have the extra formation lap. Okay? This is not right. This car should be paired with this car. Everybody is like here, here, here. This car way behind. So at turn 15, please, because due to this, then after turn 15, there's a lot of gap. And it's not fair for the all the car behind you because they couldn't see light. I cannot start the race. We cannot start the race if there's the driver who couldn't see the light. It's not fair to them. Okay? So please, at the back straight, be in formation, type formation, and then at turn 15, be as close as possible. It's safe in manner, right? Be like this. This is the correct one. Okay, usually the behind cars, there's in the middle pack, tend to be, I don't know what happened, but always in the middle. The front or maybe the back be okay. So please, if you really start in the middle, then the rest also will be in chaos. I would say it's not in proper formation. So as you turn to at the start line, you'll be roll on the grid box. After turn 15, roll on the grid box. When the light starts to turn green, the race start, overtaking is allowed. For safety car, in any case that we have to call for safety car will be deployed from the pit exit. And then you will catch, we will catch the leader. Okay. And if we think that the safety car, if the safety car needs to go through the pit at turn almost before approaching turn 15, if you see this, this on your briefing notes, Then we show you there's a two post partial before turn 50 and at the back straight. We'll show you SC by the pit. That means the car need to go through the pit lane. All cars, the formation, the safety car formation needs to go through the pit lane. Okay? You are not allowed to go to the front straight. Instead, you have to go through the pit lane. Pit lane. But if you want to stop for your driver change or compulsory pit stop, you can go back to your pit. Or else you just go through the pit lane. Okay? So please remember that. When the safety car lights, if the safety car light, let's say we couldn't get the leader, behind safety car is a back marker or none other than the leader, then the safety car will turn on the green lights. That's where you have to overtake the safety car and drive in the possible manner, in the speed. Then you have to be back with the formation. Okay? Any question on that? Safety car? Oh, okay. Yeah. Let's but of course when you form together with the safety car it's okay. Easy for you to follow. But that if you're not with the formation, maybe you way in front or way behind, that's where you have to look at the marshal post. The two that you already marked in your briefing notes. Okay, when you see, whenever they show this board, we only have these two board and the two post marshal. As you by the pit with the yellow, surrounded by yellow, that's where that means you have to go through the pit. Yeah. Okay. Okay, if we think the track is clear and it's good to race, we will go, the safety car will turn off the lights, the yellow strobe light at turn 12, and that means it's about to enter the pit. Okay. The yellow from the marshal from yellow will turn to green. The start light also will turn from yellow to green. That's where you can start to race, but overtaking only after you cross the control line. The control line over here, that's only where you can overtake. Okay, so the difference between safety car and rolling start. Okay, for checker flag, do not cross more than one time. Provisional result remains until protest stamp or an official result, or an depends, signed by the stewards. Okay. Any questions so far? Ends. We have a 60 kilometer, and then at the end, a cross of 60 kilometer. That's where it ends. Okay. You also can refer to the briefing notes, 60 to 60. Okay. Okay. To avoid this kind of incident at turn 4. Okay, we are planning to put cones over here. Okay, if you been for big practice and everything, you can see there's a cone. Because if it's rain, it's wet, and if drivers misjudge, it will hit this wall. So we gonna put cones over here to avoid from you to there are few drivers who think that it will be to go for to take away out a bit, but we are afraid if he misjudge, because over here is a bit higher, it's not level. Okay, so we are planning to put the cones over here for safety reason. Okay, just to avoid from you hit the wall, because if you hit the wall first, you have to cover, you have to pay for the money, and then you have to delay or maybe stop the session to fix the barrier, right? Actually, we have to see on the insurance how it goes. Okay, right? All right. So we're gonna put cones around 4 units over there, just to inform you. We try to avoid you from hit the wall, because this wall is actually for FIM, under FIM rules, not under FIM. Okay. So far, any question that you like to bring up from last round? Basically, what we want to do is that have all the first group clear the start finish line. That's where the SP2 will appear at 10:15. So get maybe around 10, 20 meters, something like that. Okay. Yeah, because of the number of cars. Actually, SP2 they're not going to compete with MTC anyway. So because of that, because we have like 50 cars and 28 comes from SP2. So basically like through, then it's up through. Okay.
When if the SP2 cars goes out of the formation 2 by 2, you restart?
We have, if we already start the first group, we have to start the second group. And whoever do the fault infringement, then we have to refer you to the stewards. Okay? No. You only go for track limit if 4 wheels out of the track. That's it. Yeah, then we cannot stop the race. So that thing will refer to the steward for that time of infringement. Okay? Any questions? Like to bring up from the previous round? Okay, also in the spirit of sporting, we have championship one. Okay, there's a notification from the green light.
Because green light you can overtake. Second group, the first group was start already green, the second group already green light.
That's why I say we have to make sure all the car cross the control line before the SP2, the second group comes at 10:15. Because after you guys cross, the lights will turn from red to green, green to red. Yeah, for the second group. Okay.
All the code on my penalty. Huh?
So that's why I need to make sure the first group leave, okay, clear the start line, so that they're not going to stop. Yeah, I mean that's how it goes actually. For even for Japan GP or whatever race that we used to base start, that's the standard. Alright? Yeah. But it's good to ask. As long as we can clear the lane. Okay, the window open and quick window close. We will show you during the 3-minute compulsory pit stop. Except for maybe a few cars, they have to comply with 3 additional time penalty, okay? We will show you only for 2 laps. at the start of the pit window open for 2 laps, and after we close, we will show you another 2 laps. Right? But let's say during the rolling lap, the first group also is not in the group formation, extra formation lap will be shown, and automatically the second group also will be extra formation lap. Right? Drive-through penalty board.
其實分區嗰度中間 apex 嗰度點樣好嚟講？
Okay. And also, if you bulletin number 2 or number 1,
需唔要衝到佢？
state you on for the
嗰個位車多嚟
stop and go penalty. Stop and go penalty will be placed situated at default pit number 1. An official will be over there to stop you for the stop and go. Right? Okay, in the spirit of sporting, for the drivers 1 and driver 2, okay, you are allowed to drive. I mean, driver 1 can drive or driver can drive for through practice and qualifying. But for race, if you have 2 drivers, both drivers have to drive. Alright? Because like I say, it's in this period of sporting now. Because it seems that what we want to do now, because the driver wants, we don't want them to just be part of the team without driving. Risk, because there's a reason why we try to, it looks like people try to, what we call that, take advantage of the leniency that we trying to introduce last time. So now, if you have 2 drivers, you have to drive. If you have 1 driver, you have to drive. Okay, both. If you have 2 drivers, both have to drive. Yeah. Unless if you couldn't drive for any reason, for sick, everything, you have to get from our CMO justification, or you have to go for medical checkup, something. You have something proof, then you will accept it. Championship will go to driver 1. How cool you did? Okay, for that matter, because if he has all the proof due to that, okay, then we can accept it for that matter, for time being. Alright? But if he keep on sick for every round, that means there's something wrong, right? It depends how, yeah, like I said, you have to go